This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.
Bail extended for Carrie Douglas. Jamaica Labour Party councillor for the Trafalgar Division in St. Andrew, Carrie Douglas, who is accused of assaulting and obstructing the police, is to return to the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on October 4. Douglas's bail was this morning extended on charges of assault and obstructing the police. When the 37-year-old councillor appeared in court, a new mention date was scheduled for October after Justice Lorian Cole Montague was informed that the case file is incomplete. Allegations are that about 8:30 p.m. on February 26, the police were responding to a gathering in Swallowfield, St. Andrew, half an hour into the nightly island-wide curfew, when Douglas allegedly used her vehicle to block the police from arresting an alleged offender. Douglas, as an elected official, is among the category of people exempt from the curfew. It is also alleged that Douglas hit one of the cops. Following the incident, she turned up at the Stadium Police Station, where she was arrested and charged and later granted bail. Attorney at law Peter Champagne QC is representing Douglas. Woman killed in suspected arson attack. A 55-year-old woman died in a suspected arson attack on her house on West Avenue in Kingston this morning. It's the second firebombing in 48 hours in Kingston Gardens in the strife-torn political constituency of Kingston Central. Today's attack at West Avenue is located meters from the building that was razed by gunmen on Tuesday. A police investigator who spoke on condition of anonymity informed the news that the woman perished after being trapped. The assault reportedly began about 3 a.m. Police reached the scene at about 4:10 a.m., with the fire brigade arriving moments later. Residents of Conrad Lane, which runs parallel to West Avenue, reported hearing a barrage of gunfire on Wednesday night. The police said the shootings began about 7 p.m. The niece of the deceased was lost for words as she walked around with her hands on her head, crying out for her aunt. A family friend who lives in Kingston Gardens said that he was devastated by the incident, remarking, "Me feel cut up." He described the deceased as someone you can relate to on a daily basis. Kingston Central has been rocked by violence since late 2020, with some residents charging that the gang feuds are politically motivated. Oscar Palmer and Doreen McLean Palmer are fleeing the community after their home was firebombed in a pre-dawn attack Tuesday. 12 people, including 2 children, have been displaced arising from that incident. As at July 28, murders in the Kingston Central Police Division have soared by 52% to 41 compared to 27 for the corresponding period last year. 2 men charged in Clarendon shop murder. The police have charged 2 men in connection with the July 5 murder of 34-year-old Everton Harrison of Cuffles District, Clarendon. The police said that 26-year-old Travis Hardy and 31-year-old Raymond Samuels have been charged with murder, conspiracy to murder, and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Lawmen said that about 7:30 p.m., Harrison was sitting at a shop when he was attacked and shot several times by Hardy and Samuels. They both reportedly escaped in a vehicle. On Tuesday, July 27, the police arrested and charged both men following CCTV footage and DNA evidence obtained which implicated them in the commission of the killing. Their court dates are being finalized. Another wanted man arrested in Portland. The police have arrested Ramon Chulupskog, who was featured on the Jamaica Constabulary Force's Wanted Wednesdays in May. According to the newly installed commander for the Portland Division, Deputy Superintendent of Police Troyville Horton, Coke, who was wanted for gun crimes in the Kingston Central Division, was arrested in the parish on Monday, July 26. The police said he is among 6 wanted people who have been arrested in the parish in recent weeks. Of the 6 arrested, half were wanted outside of the parish, with 1 wanted as far away as St. Lucia. Historically, Portland has been viewed by some criminals as a safe haven due to the peace and tranquility experienced in the parish. The citizens of Portland are warm and friendly, and so criminal minds will try to take advantage of that to seek refuge here. But do not make the mistake of thinking you can hide here. The Portland police will find you and escort you out, DSP Houghton warned. While thanking the men and women of the Portland Division for their high level of professionalism, he underscored the tremendous relationship shared between the police and the residents of the parish. The Portland police enjoy a very good relationship with all our local stakeholders, and over the years, it has been proven to be mutually beneficial, he said. Pastor accused of rape who fled to Hills arrested. The St. Catherine pastor, who was on the run since July 8 after he allegedly raped an 11-year-old girl, was taken into police custody last Friday. The accused had escaped into the hills of the St. Catherine North Police Division. The victim had been residing with her aunt in a rural community since April to facilitate online classes. The aunt of the preteen told the news that while she was at work, her niece, along with her 3 children, often stayed at her mother's house, where her stepfather, a pastor, also lived. The aunt said on Wednesday that although she would have preferred taking justice into her own hands, she is satisfied that the accused is now in custody. Since the incident, she said, the doors of the church he leads have remained closed. The aunt said that although the 11-year-old has not received a state-sponsored counseling, she remains in high spirits. The police corporate communications unit confirmed that the pastor is now in custody on reasonable suspicion of rape. He has not been charged. Saint Anne man who went viral following arrest to file lawsuit. The St. Anne man who was taken into custody shortly after he made remarks about Prime Minister Andrew Holness over the change in curfew hours is taking steps to sue the police and the government. Attorney-at-law Charles Ganga-Singh made the disclosure to the news today. Among other things, the suit will be filed on the grounds of invasion of privacy and the malicious manner in which the man was taken into custody. Ganga-Singh said that 24-year-old Shaquille O'Neal Higgins of Monique St. Anne and his family members have contacted him to take legal action on their behalf. Higgins was taken into custody at the Monique police station on Tuesday. Holness announced tighter COVID-19 restrictions on Monday evening. Higgins was told by cops at the station to apologize to Holness, which he did on video, which was widely circulated. The police reported that Higgins was a suspect in a case of larceny and that the video led investigators to his whereabouts. They insisted that he was arrested for that reason and not over his remarks against Holness. Ganga-Singh said Higgins was released by the police yesterday without charge. He said Higgins was at the family home when the police took him into custody. The lawyer said that family members have indicated that they were embarrassed by the police's invasion of their dwelling and that they, along with Higgins, have been negatively affected by the outcome. Ganga-Singh said that Higgins claims that he felt threatened and intimidated by the police's action and the fact that he had to spend time in custody. Against that background, Ganga-Singh said he is now taking steps to bring a lawsuit. Mason murdered in Westmoreland. A 35-year-old Mason was shot in front of his common-law wife and their children on Darling Street in Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland. About 11 o'clock Tuesday night, Damian Lee was at home with his family when thugs kicked off the door and shot Mr. Lee several times. He was pronounced dead at hospital. His family was not injured. The incident was the second fatal shooting in Westmoreland on Tuesday. Sheldon Kilborn, 45, a block factory owner, was shot dead in front of his workers in the community of Cave. One of the employees was injured. 14-year-old charged for sexual assaulting stepsister. A 14-year-old boy in Hanover has been arrested and charged with buggery and rape. A news release from the police says it's alleged that between early 2020 and May 31 this year, the suspect, who is the stepbrother of the 8-year-old victim, sexually assaulted her on several occasions. It's reported that the teenager and his stepsister share the same bedroom. The boy was arrested on Tuesday. Taxi operator arrested after bludgeoning another in Manchester. A Mandeville taxi operator has been arrested after bludgeoning another with what appeared to be a baseball bat just outside the gates of the Mandeville Regional Hospital in Manchester. He then attempted to drive over the injured cabbie. The taxi operators reportedly had a dispute over a passenger. By the time I got there, the taximan was just hitting the other man with the baton non-stop. About 5 times he hit the man, and it was only when it looked like he was about to run the car over him that people were able to jump in and stop it, an eyewitness told the news. I can't believe the man them a war over $100, because that one passenger equals $100, and one taxi did have or call a passenger first, and the next one take the passenger. Look what them a go kill themselves over, the eyewitness added. A source at the hospital told the news the cabbie sustained serious injuries to his head, abdomen, and groin. 182 new COVID-19 cases, no death recorded. Jamaica on Wednesday recorded 182 new cases of COVID-19, with ages ranging from 2 months to 93 years, pushing the total to 52,504, of which 4,025 are active. Of the new cases, 72 are men and 110 are women. St. Anne accounts for the majority of the new infections, with 41 cases being recorded, followed by Kingston and St. Andrew with 37, and then St. James with 33. A total of 1,905 tests were conducted. The country's positivity rate stands at 19.1%. Meanwhile, no additional death was recorded, keeping the tally at 1,182. However, one more fatality has been recorded as a coincidental death, moving the tally to 164. In the meantime, there were 27 more recoveries, increasing the total to 46,938. Some 142 persons are in hospital, with 29 being moderately ill and 24 critically ill. 4 persons are in government quarantine, while 47,521 are at home.
Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.